Hi Geminis, this is Paulette from Water Chariot Tarot, and I'm going to be doing your general read for the month of March. So before I get into your message, just definitely check and see Mondays. I always put out a brand new read for all air signs. So definitely check it out and look for the video, okay? But they're out every single Monday. Now let's go ahead and dive into your message, and your main message is Aaron Rod. We all have a karmic journey to endure and follow. It's learning the lessons and having a greater understanding of the wheel of fate that has come with us in this incarnation. Take control of your karmic journey. Reconcile your past so your future does not repeat the same challenges and crises. Create a life cycle that is more in sync with your desired outcome. Okay, so this is definitely not a card to take lightly because karmic lessons are heavy. If you don't learn the first time, it is like the cycle that they were talking about. There's talking about the wheel of fate. For me, it just reminds me of the wheel of fortune. The wheel of fortune, yes, it does represent luck, but it also represents karma. And so as the wheel turns, things can go really great, and all of a sudden things can go turns really bad. So depending on what you have done and how you dealt with people, how you've been at work, how you've been with others, how you've been just with yourself in general, all of that creates karma in your life. And so if you have a lot of negative, I would suggest that you try to find ways to make things right, because karma is a bitch and it's going to come back and bite you in the ass later. But if you have been the type that has been giving, you've been doing your part, you've been working hard, all of that good stuff is going to be coming in eventually, especially if you felt like things weren't going your way for quite some time and you've been doing the right things. So all of that's going to come into play and turn around. But it's saying just take control of your karmic journey. Make sure that you take care of all that old stuff. If you know you have a line of things, a line of people, a line of situations, things that you have done in your part, you have to be honest with yourself. If you know you did some of whatever happened between you and somebody else, or you at work, make sure that you take care of that and reconcile with it, because if not, you're going to keep dealing with different people but with the same situation. Okay, and you're never going to get out of that, dealing with that type of karma. And you're also going to receive your karma, which is going to be heavy until you learn. Okay, so don't repeat the same things, don't make the same choices. This is challenging you to do things completely different, okay, in your life, so that way you can have a new life cycle. You can create a brand new one, and it's going to be more one that you feel is in more in sync with your life, and it's going to work out the way you want to, and it's going to be desirable. Okay, so here we go. Let's see what's coming up for you in the tarot. And so in your past, you have the 10 of Pentacles. So there's a situation that you put in a lot of work, because the 10 of Pentacles is having everything available to you that's stable. So it's your house, your home, your finances, your relationships, everything just came together really well. But the thing is that the 10 of Pentacles, any Pentacles card, is actually something that came in slowly, because there was a lot of work put into that. Okay, so this took time. It's not something, the 10 of Pentacles just doesn't show up just to show up. No, it's something that you did to work yourself to that place to finally get the 10 of Pentacles. So what else is coming in is the King of Swords. There you are. You also have the King of Cups, the Death card, and the Two of Wands. So what is happening here in the past is that you or somebody else, that this is general. This can be anything. This doesn't have to be love related, okay? This could also be dealing with friends and family members, and it could do with work. And so I feel like you put in a lot of work in something in the past, and whoever you're working with eventually the situation dissolved. There's something put an end to it. And so you remained yourself. You stayed mature in the situation. You understood that there's some things that needed to happen, and you made your own decisions about the situation and how you're going to come through on that. And yeah, you had clarity and you had no problem saying what you needed to say, how to deal with it. And then there's somebody else here that's the King of Cups. And I'm seeing that if this is a love relationship, I see two people who are polar opposites. You're more of the logical person, and this person's more of an emotional type, but they're very mature and they have their emotions balanced as well. So they don't have anything bad going on so far. I'm not seeing any of that. And so both of you have realized that there's something that needed to end so something brand new can come out of this situation. So if this does have to do with a relationship, you realize, both of you realize that the death card had to come in. And both of you realize that there's like a choice that needs to be made in order to bring something back into relationship that is workable for the both of you. But if this is a work situation, you put in a lot of work to something that you loved. But you're realizing that something has to change within your work environment. And you're realizing that there is a choice that needs to be made. You know that you have a lot of creativity, you have a lot of ideas and passions that you want to add on to what you already do at work, but something needs to change in order for you to be able to move in a different direction as far as work. So it could have also been that you probably lost your job. If you didn't lose your job, it could be that there's like a form of change in the situation at work. And so you're headed in a different direction or doing things differently at work. But you did show how much you loved your job, and you're dedicated to get to it, and you put in a lot of work in there as well. So let's see what's coming in for you in the present. In the present, you have the Four of Wands. You have the Ten of Cups. You have the Ace of Cups. Knight of Cups. Wow. You have the Queen of Pentacles. What is going on here? Okay. All right, so let's see. In the present, I see that there is a celebration. If this is a relationship, maybe something happened in the past where you guys were, like I told you, if you didn't end the relationship, there's something specific about the relationship that you guys put an end to in order to get something brand new out of it. And you guys knew there's a choice that needs to be made. And so whatever that was, it brought you into the Four of Wands where things were more happy, celebratory. The foundation was a little bit better. There was like an abundance of joy and happiness, and both of you coming together. You guys were very happy. A brand new couple love. That's probably what came out of this. After there was the Death card, what came out of it that was brand new, it was a new type of love. There was more divinely guided. It was more joyful, more happy. It was overflowing, and it was just a lot better. And so you have somebody here coming in. They're wanting this brand new couple love, and they're offering it. But the only difference I see here is that the Knight of Cups is very immature. And they're looking at somebody who's a grown ass person, okay? A Queen of Pentacles who's more mature, who has more to give, who's more stable. They're not flighty. They're focused on the things that they need to focus on. And so the only thing that I see here that could be a huge hiccup is that whoever is trying to bring all this in, they may have the intentions of doing everything great, offering the Ten of Cups, giving the Ace of Cups. They know the foundation needs to be there, but what's the problem is that they're super immature, and trying to get them to give a little bit more committal is going to be a problem. And so one person is more mature, more stable, and they know how to do things correctly, where they can be committed in the relationship. The other person can literally leave at any time. And so they're the types that they're in love with the idea of love and all the sweet things, but when it comes to dealing with hard stuff, they may not stick around, and they will be the first ones to jump ship. So I'm not sure if that's what's going to come out in the future, but that's what I'm seeing as far as a relationship. And I don't know who's who. I'm not sure if it's you that was wanting something brand new, but you're a little bit more immature, and when things get tough, you dip out. If this is not you, it could probably be the other person. You could be the person who's more of the Queen of Pentacles. And so this is the type of stuff that you really need to see, because when it comes to karma, we got to make sure we don't repeat the same mistakes. Like, you here in the past were working on something so hard, you gave a lot of time to it, and then, you were building something with someone that was more mature, and things had to end. So I mean, if things did happen where you guys did end a relationship with somebody else, and you realize that you can go somewhere else, and you decided to give somebody else a chance, well, maybe that person that you gave a chance to was probably not as mature as the as the King of Cups, and they're just very immature in the relationship. And so I'm not sure if you're seeing that. But right now in the present, everything seems to be happy-go-lucky, but that's the appearance of it. But if this is a work situation, maybe they realized, or maybe you realized that what you need is something that's more stable financially, an area where you're going to grow, where you're going to be happy, and maybe something happened where you're given an opportunity that was good for you for growth, and they're giving you a place to be happy, to grow some more, to do more. Maybe there might have been a promotion, or there could have been an offer of it, but you're just still in the stages of waiting for it to come through. And that was something to celebrate, something that would make you happy. But let's see what your future card has to say, because I'm trying to figure out where the karma is going to be taking place here. Okay? So let's see what's coming in for your future. So your future is the Four of Cups. Okay. So, Geminis, it looks like, I think this is where the karma is heading. Okay, so in the future, it looks like you are not accepting anything right now. You're not going to be accepting any forms of offer in the future, because you're not ready for them yet. You're being closed off to it. You're not seeing them. You're not wanting to see them. You see his eyes are closed. You're not wanting whatever is being offered to you in the future. And if you notice the difference between in this card, you're the one holding the cup. When you're ready to see what's in front of you that you're holding, when you're ready to see what you have placed within that cup, like, that cup is full, and look, it's glowing. It's glowing. There's like a lot of opportunity. There's life in there. There's opportunities. There's love. There's tons of stuff in there, and it's going to be good for you, but you're not quite ready yet for it. And so something has happened between the past and the present that brought you into the future, where you're just like, no, not yet. No, I'm not ready for this yet. I don't want it. And so what else is coming for you is the Eight of Cups. So yeah, there's like a walking away from something. The Two of Pentacles. You got the Four Swords in reverse. The Four of Pentacles. Well, damn. What is going on? And you got the King of Wands. Okay, so let's see. So what is happening here is that something did take place in the present. Remember I told you about that immature card. The ideas were great. The emotions were in place. But was it stable? You know, was it something that would stick around? Because the Queen of Pentacles was ready. She was ready to offer something valuable and worth keeping. But there's somebody immature there who had the ideas, who had the love, but wasn't, you know, in that place to actually give like that to the extent that the Queen of Pentacles would. So I'm not sure who that is, but I'm seeing that in the future you're rejecting this love, or you're rejecting an offer from work, and you're realizing that maybe it's time for me to move somewhere where I feel more balanced and I don't feel like I have to struggle with a specific person or with my job. I don't have to struggle, you know, doing the back and forth, fighting with them. And you are withholding from giving to your job, from giving to the person. You're realizing, and if this is just like a general situation, you're realizing that in the past and in the present, you did put in a lot of work in every area in your life, and you did everything that you could, and you try to bring stability into your life and keep it that way. And then all of a sudden something happened where maybe financially, all of a sudden things just kind of took a turn where you had to hold back on what you were giving, because maybe there was a lack of money coming in and it wasn't the right amount that you needed. And so now you're looking at all your bills, you're looking at everything that's coming up, everything you have to pay for, mouths that you have to feed, things that, you know, if you have a broken down car, you know, things like that. Like all of a sudden everything's just coming together and you're realizing, whoa, I need to hold back on what I'm spending. I need to hold back. And you're realizing that you're lacking right now in your finances. And so what's coming in here at the end is the King of Wands. And the King of Wands is actually looking at all of this. And so this might be you. You're realizing that you got to head somewhere where you're free from all of this. You're free from the disappointments. You're free from the lack. You're free from things that are not working, and you have to head in a different direction. And you realize that whatever comes in now, it has to be good, and it has to be stable, and it has to work for you. And if this is job related, you understand that you need to have people that realize how creative you are, how passionate you are. You work hard, you give. You want them to give you recognition, give you your place at work, and you don't want somebody to offer you pennies for all the work that you do. So you need a good job that's going to give you what you're worth financially. Okay, and so if it comes in and they don't give you that, you're going to realize, you know what, I don't deserve that. I am not taking the offer. I will hold off until I find exactly what I want that is good for me, and then I'll go ahead and take it. Now, if this is a love relationship, you're realizing that you did put in a lot of work in the past. You did deal with some stuff with this person. The intentions were there, but it just didn't go anywhere after a certain point. You're at the place where you felt like there was a lot of lack, and you're putting in too much work, and you're realizing, hey, you know what? Fuck this. I'm in a different place. I know what I want. I know what I want to do in a relationship. And whatever I had in the past, this is not it. This is not satisfying to me. I need something more passionate. I need something that has more of a direction, something that's not stagnant. I need something that moves and gets going, something that's more fiery for me. And if it's not like that, I don't want it. So something is happening here, okay, as far as karma when you are getting to this place in the future where you're not going to accept anything, it's okay for you not to accept things. It's all right, because you're learning from your experiences not to repeat the same bullshit in your life. But how you come across, Gemini, how you have to say things to people when you have to say no, make sure that you do it in a way where your karma is not ruined. Your journey is not ruined with people. Okay, because then it's all going to come back to you and bite you in the ass. Make sure that you handle things properly, so that way your journey, the new karmic journey that you're creating for yourself, it's going to be free from everything else that was not working for you. You're going to clear off your situations, and you're going to have a clean start, okay, a clean slate, and you're going to be okay. And then new karma is going to come in, and everything's going to flow exactly the way it needs to. And so your direction in life is going to head somewhere different and something that works better for you. But in the past and in the present, you're realizing that, you have had people that you did put in the work, you've done your part, you did everything that you needed to do. But there's something happening here where you both of you, or work, how you guys are seeing things and how your job see things, or how you dealt with people and how they dealt with you, was completely different. Both of your mindsets were different. How you wanted things to be was completely different. And so you're realizing now that in order for you to have something good, a good karma, you're going to be learning from your experiences, and you're going to realize that, okay, if it's too different from me, even though it seems attractive, if it does not align with me and is not in sync with me, this is not the way for me to go. This is not my direction. And I need to be honest enough in the beginning, instead of allowing it to be there for a while, to understand, to say, you know what, I dealt with this before. I'm not doing it again. I'm just going to shoot it down for now, so that way I don't have to go through stuff and create a karma with somebody else, or with another job, or with other situations. Because what's going to happen, what you're going to repeat, is endings every single time. And so I think that's what you're learning. You put in so much work just for it to go to shit and then end like that. But the thing is that you got to learn from these situations and deal with your karma the best way that you can, so that way you don't have to repeat these issues. And you're understanding too that if it sounds good, it smells good, it probably isn't. Okay, something that talks itself up a little bit too much, but and you feel, and you're going to be guided to use your intuition, that something's not all there. Even though the intentions are good, it's not going to come out exactly the way you want it, because they're a bit immature. So if your job is saying, oh yeah, we can give you this, we can do, if it sounds too good, it probably isn't. Okay? And so this is you. You see the difference? Alright, so this is what I have for you for right now. Okay, Gemini, so hopefully resonated. You guys take care.